Continuing to introduce programming, we assembled this LED module in deep mode. Depth mode means that when the sensor detects the telescopic scale column, the Z-axis working head stops driving the screws downward. When the sensor indicator light is off, the working head stops tightening the screws downward. Therefore, this telescopic ruler determines the depth of the screw to be tightened downward. It operates by continuously moving downward at a preset torque and stopping when the sensor detects the column. This is how deep mode works. We continue to set the parameters to write the program. We need to assemble a screw at the first screw hole. We first locate the coordinates of the first screw hole and then tighten a screw. We need to assemble this screw manually first. Do you know why this screw was assembled manually first? Guess. And here I've assembled a screw. Find a screw lock and pay it to the first screw hole. Did you see it? I have locked the screw for the first hole. Then, we modify the parameters of the machine. Debug the height of the telescopic ruler column. We press menu 3. Press menu 3. Found page 2, option 7. 7th. Press OK. Then find the 5th. Moving to the 5th. Then delete 0 and change it to 1. Then enter 1. 1 represents the cylinder clamping LED module. Press 1. It clamps automatically. Okay, it's clamped. Then, we click back. Press the return key. We need to switch to the working head movement mode, and the drill bit is moved to the screw hole position. Previously, the CCD camera was moved above the screw hole, but now it is switched to the drill bit moving above the screw hole. We need to set up and move the drill bit above the first screw hole. I need to open menu 4 and switch from camera motion to drill motion. Let's open menu 4 first. Press the stop button and the menu 1 button to open the menu 4. Because there is no menu 4 key, only the stop key and menu 1 can be used to represent menu 4. Press stop first. Press the menu 1 button again. Select the 4th option on page 2. The 4th, the lens to point function settings. On page 2 of menu 4, option 4. Then click OK. After entering, select 1 to open. Camera teaching switch. We need to turn off the camera teaching, select 2. Turn off. Because we need to move directly with this drill, you need to use this drill bit to move to the screw hole. If the camera is not turned off, the camera is moved over the screw hole. Enter 2 and confirm to close. Return key. Return again. Move the cursor over the first screw hole. Move the cursor up or down. Be sure to move the cursor to the target coordinates. Use this to move the cursor. Move up or down. After moving to the first screw hole coordinates, click the Move to button. After selecting the coordinates of the first screw hole with the cursor, press the Move to key. The working head will then move to that position. Press the Move to button. The working bit is moved directly to the first coordinate screw hole. This height is the height of the coordinate Z-axis set when we did the program before. But we also need to check whether the telescopic ruler pillar is in contact with the sensor, because it is also necessary to adjust the depth of the tightening screws. Press the machine relock button. Press and the drill bit that tightens the screws will go down. This sensor light is off, which indicates the stop position of the drill bit. The light is on, indicating that the drill will continue to descend. We need to debug to the position where the indicator light has just gone out. We need to perform adjustments until we reach the critical point where the indicator light turns off. The indicator light went out, indicating that the drill bit had stopped descending. The indicator light is on, which means that the telescopic ruler pillar is not sensed. We need to debug the critical point location. The indicator light is off, which means it has been detected. Then, we release the relock button. Press the switch, the indicator light will go out, lift it up, the indicator light will come on. I press this switch, and the drill will go down. This light is off. This position is the depth at which the drill bit tightens the screws. When we're done, we hit the reset button. Please note that after the setting is completed, the camera teaching switch needs to be turned on. Just before the camera mode was moved, we needed to turn it on. Let's hit the reset button. Now the drill bit is still on the surface of the LED module. Press the reset button first. This is the reset key. The work head is back to the original position. Then we are going to change to camera mode. Turn the camera on. We open menu 4. Press the stop button and the menu 1 button at the same time. Menu 4 will be opened. Find menu 4, page 2. If not found, select by pressing this key. Let's search down and find the 4th on page 2. Page 2 of 4. Number 4, we're going to move down. 4th, then press OK. Then choose one. Now turn off the camera, we need to select turn on and enter 1. Delete 2. Then choose 1. Turn it on and teach with the camera. Click OK. Then return. And back again. This is the parameter setting for tightening the screw in depth mode. If we tighten the screws, the actual position of the screws of the LED module is not screwed to the bottom. I mean, this screw is not tightened to the end, and the screw height is still on the LED surface. We need to rotate this telescopic ruler slightly to adjust the tightening depth of the screws. We debug it a little bit, and then automatically assemble a screw to check the height of the screw, until the adjustment to this screw is tightened in place. Adjust the depth of tightening by rotating the telescopic ruler here. This is the depth of tightening the debugging screw up or down. We rotate and debug it once, and then assemble a screw to check. Do not rotate too much, as too much may damage the screw hole. This is the depth mode. Tighten the depth of the screw by debugging the telescopic ruler. Torque mode is to tighten the screws according to the set torque value. We use a single step to assemble a screw and check that the screw is tightened in place. The first screw has just been assembled, let's tighten the second screw in one step. In single step mode, tighten the second screw. Check if the screws are tightened in place. The screws are locked. This screw has been tightened in place. If you are unsure whether it is fully tightened, remove the product and manually tighten it to confirm it is properly installed. If it is not tightened, let's debug this telescopic ruler again. We can just turn it a little clockwise. Then lock it. Lock this telescopic ruler. Assemble a screw again and check that the screw is tightened in place. Take a drill and check it manually. The screw can still rotate a little bit, which means it is tightened in place. After we debug this telescopic ruler, we need to check the degree of tightening of the screws. Let's assemble a screw again to check. If the screw is screwed too tightly, it may slip. We will return some. Let's give it a little spin. You can check the scales above to see how many scales have been rotated. Clockwise is to rotate down. To rotate counterclockwise is to rotate upward. The upward sensor stops when it is sensed in advance. Rotate like this clockwise. Move down. The screw goes deeper down. If it rotates backwards, the working head moves up. We checked again to see if the screws were tightened. This screw has been tightened. Now, let's introduce how to tighten the screws in one step. The single-step assembly screw is to assemble a screw now and check whether it is tightened. Put it here. This is it. This is the single-step button. The cursor is on top without screws. The cursor is prevented from selecting coordinates where screws have already been installed. Then the LED module is fixed by fastening the edge. The coordinate screw above is already locked. There are no screws for this coordinate. Then we directly press the single step button. I press the button and the machine assembles a screw. We check if the screws are tightened by rotating this screw. Check if this screw is tightened. You can also take it out for inspection. This one is okay. This one is already difficult to rotate. It means that the depth is just right. If the screw can still be twisted, it is necessary to continue debugging. Just rotate it clockwise. It's just right now. I press the single step button again to assemble a screw again. Press the single step button once, and a screw will be assembled. After assembling a screw, the cursor will automatically move to the next position. Click to assemble a screw. This is the single step mode. Assuming these screws are tightened is fine. Instead of step by step, we need to automate the rest of the assembly. Let the machine continue from this position to automate subsequent assembly. Open Menu 2. In Menu 2, Page 2, Option 3, start at the cursor. Page 2, Option 3, we press Enter and the machine will run automatically. Press OK. If you have any questions, please contact us at jhims.com. If the screws are not tightened in place, the machine will stop and alarm. Let's skip and ignore this screw. This alert shows a depth abnormality, and we just press the Start button to skip it. The Direct Start button is to skip this screw and continue to assemble the screw. If you need to make up a screw, press the Servo Test button.